Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. It's been weirdo, right? How's it going, Jamie?
It is definitely weird.
No doubt. No doubt. I am just plagued with technical issues once again. But anyway.
Brain is so fried right now, I couldn't get it to share to the page. It's like taking me 5 steps to get it to share.
Yep. You know, I thought like earlier today, I'm like, I got my articles, I got everything ready. Yeah, in the last 30 minutes, it just all goes to hell in a handbasket.
I told you that's what happens when we actually get prepared.
I know.
I thought the same thing. I had everything done earlier. I'm like, got the links, got this, and then it's like 20 minutes before. Nope.
Yep. So, yeah, screw planning things out. I think we should just fly by the seat of our pants from now on. It always works out good that way.
I was actually thinking earlier we should have called it like 11th hour productions or something, because everything happens in the 11th hour.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
It's still
Maybe it is the spirits. Maybe they're messing with me. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last. Who knows? So yeah, there's some weirdness going on all around town here. I was going to do a story. It's been covered by like tons of people, but there was a little girl that was murdered here the other day by a little boy. I think she was like 13 and he was 14, something like that. Yeah, that's what's happening locally around here.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but you know, she was.
Was it an accident or like a little curious, nasty little boy?
Yeah, it was a curious, nasty little boy.
So he took advantage of a friend or a classmate, typical beginning of a serial killer.
Pretty much. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, he's changed the story a bunch. I don't know. I don't know the facts, so I can't say. But yeah, it's some fishy, nasty business.
You know me and my profiler or behavior analysis brain.
Yeah.
Can't say profiling anymore. It's not PC.
I'm not PC, so I don't really give a shit. I still say Merry Christmas and, you know, the whole 9 yards.
You demon.
Mom and dad, you know. Hey.
You're going to burn in hell.
Yeah, well, I'll bring an extra pack of matches. That's all I can say. And a gallon of gas.
All right. I think I'm situated. No, I'm not.
So how's everybody in the chat room doing? Y'all had any craziness going on in your neck of the woods?
Oh, anybody see that string of the train of lights that's been everybody's seeing all the Starlink lights like in every state I'm seeing like all these people freaking out because of the aliens. No, it's not aliens, it was more Starlink satellites.
Yeah. Starlink, man. Elon's been busy. I wish he'd get more busy with my Dogecoin because it's dropping today.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. I
The
saw
whole,
one guy pulled out already and got hella money though.
yeah, the whole cryptocurrency, like everything's kind of tanking right now. I see Todd's been posting about it. He's got into some crypto.
Todd has?
Yeah.
Is he doing the Dogecoin?
I don't know.
Do you see China's got one to kill the Dogecoin?
Yeah, I think that's
Like
the one he's doing.
Killer or something like that.
Shiba Inu. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much all tanking Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Ethereum, pretty much everything. But it'll.
Yeah. Oh, Lori has a good question, Rob. Would you like to explain what the 904 now is?
What's the 904 now? That's a good question. The 904 now is well, it's an app that you can get. If you're on Android or iOS, you can go into the App Store and look for the 904 now, and it's a local broadcasting. I don't know what you would call it. They do shows here locally. They do a show in the morning and in the evening, and they do some other local shows as well. And now Weird Wednesday is on the app as well, so you can watch us on the app, like reruns and stuff all through the week. And you can also watch it on, if you're on Fire Stick or Roku, you can go and then search the app for the 904 Now TV, and you can watch it that way.
You have to add the channel. I actually put a post about that a few weeks ago. So basically, this is the phone app to go with that if you guys saw that post. But you add the 904 Now channel to your list of channels.
Yeah. But the easiest way is to just get the 904 Now app on your phone or your tablet and do it that way. You can just bring it up, watch it right on your phone or your laptop or whatever's, and you can find out what's happening here locally. You get the real news, and it's not just specifically around here, but it's a lot of around here in St. Augustine. But it's no holds barred, unfiltered, real news. No bullshit, no propaganda, and they have some good shows on there, so check it out.
Yes, says Ariana.
Yeah, we are on the app. I don't know if we're on there live right now or not. It may just be replays. But yeah, it's on there. If you just when you bring up the app, if you go to shows, it'll show the morning show, St. Augustine in the morning show. It'll show the afternoon show that they do, and it'll have other lists of other shows that are on there. And down at the bottom will be Weird Wednesday. So it's pretty groovy. I had one episode of Paranormal Soup. I asked Jason, I'm like, hey, just download it when you get done with the show. Download it, send it to me.
I thought he did.
He sent me one, but you know, that requires one download a week.
Oh, yeah.
I can keep bugging him about it.
Yeah, he said it was hard to pull it or get it to download.
I don't have any problem. That's the one thing I don't have a problem with. Download it right off of StreamYard. It takes
One
like
thing.
5 minutes. One thing, exactly. I got multiple other problems, but
Got 99 problems, but that ain't one.
that ain't one. So, you want to start the news out? I think I have that figured out. But yeah, that's another thing. Freaking Dropbox wouldn't work in either. So I'm still doing it.
So there went that.
Yeah, but I'm still doing it the other way. So
well, I still put it in line in our messenger.
yeah.
So I'll just go down the line. So starting out is a California, and it's a rare sight. An odd-looking deep water fish found washed up on a California beach. I always thought these fish were cool too.
Yeah.
An odd-looking sea creature that typically lives deep in deep ocean waters and rarely seen off Southern California was found washed up at Crystal Cove State Beach. The sharp-toothed blackfish with a large antenna-like stalk that comes out of his head and dangles in front was spotted Friday, May 7th. It's like an anglerfish, and what it does is it's got a little, almost like a lure on top of it that it kind of jigs that thing on top of its head for the prey to come by. It appears to officials to be a kind of an anglerfish. There are more than 200 species of anglerfish worldwide, and this particular fish is most likely the Pacific football fish. Only females possess a long stalk on the head. And I was going to say that look pretty long. The ones I've seen are like little ones in like the saltwater tanks.
Yeah.
Used as a lure to entice its prey in the darkness of waters as deep as 3,000 feet. Their teeth, like pointed shards of glass, are transparent, and their large mouth is capable of sucking up and swallowing prey the size of their own body. Females can reach a length of 24 inches, but males about an inch long. Damn. It's very rare to find an anglerfish intact. You can tell I didn't read this ahead of time. And it's unknown how or why the fish ended up on the shore. Seeing this strange and fascinating fish is a testament to the diversity of marine life lurking below the water surface in California. And as scientists continue to learn more about these deep sea creatures, it's important to reflect on how much is still to be learned from our wonderful ocean, the post says. So yeah, pretty ugly looking thing, but really trippy.
Yeah. I mean, them deep water fish, man. Weird looking. Yeah, it looks like a piranha with a French tickler hanging on the front.
And why is it always the females that have to be the, like the mantises that rip the heads off? And
yeah.
Why is the females got to be like the horrible piranha looking big lured enticing monstrous thing?
Monstrous thing. Yeah, I don't know.
What would you do if you were walking on the beach and saw that?
What the hell is that? Yeah, I don't know. I'd take a picture of it. Put it on Weird Wednesday. Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff.
Spoil its jaw.
Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff. I was catching these little fish. I used to have a big saltwater tank, and I would just go out and catch all kinds of stuff and put in there. And one day I was at the boat ramp, and I looked down, and we get that brown Sargassum weed. And I'm looking, there's some of it like floating around, and I see a piece like moving weird, and I'm like, what the hell? And I look, and I'm like, holy shit, the seaweed is alive. And it was actually a Sargassum fish that looks exactly like the brown seaweed. I had no idea what it was, but I'm like, oh hell, I'm taking this home and putting it in the aquarium.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I used to do that in the Pacific out here. I had a chiller tank just for that. So
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I've had,
Yeah.
had an octopus,
Yep.
bunch of good stuff in there.
Well, I had this fish in my tank and it grew, it was like when I got it, it was like maybe an inch. And it grew. That's what she said. And it
It
grew.
actually grew in the cold water. Oh,
It was probably 4 or 5 inches. And the thing, it was awesome to watch it eat and everything. And then I got up one day and my entire tank had this perfectly clear, like 3 or 4 inches of like slime, like this gelatinous funk. I don't know what it was, but it was like 3 or 4 inches thick on the top of the tank, and it was perfectly crystal clear, but it was just this like slime, oozy, slimy stuff. I don't know what that fish did, but man, he wrecked the tank.
I used to get like the RO water and everything because I had the warm tanks too, the tropical. Your water
Yeah.
tank was tropical, and then the chiller tank. But yeah, I accidentally killed my octopus.
Yeah. Whatever this fish did to my tank, it pretty much took
Killed
everything.
the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, it was a nightmare to clean. It was like something from Sci-Fi City or something.
Yes,
But
scoop it out like a bucket.
But yeah, I don't know if everybody's affected with the pipeline hack. Open the damn valve and let the gas flow, man. It's the problem with technology. Technology is running a gas pipeline. Do we even get gas in our own country? I thought our president stopped the pipeline. Anyways, Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency due to the Colonial Pipeline shutdown on Saturday, May 7th. According to executive order on May 7th, Colonial Pipeline, a major U.S. fuel pipeline operator, was the target of a cyber attack that disabled certain computer systems responsible for sustaining pipeline operations. As a result of the incident, Colonial Pipeline was forced to temporarily halt pipeline operations in order to contain the attack. Colonial Pipeline is responsible for transporting a substantial percentage of fuel on the east coast of the United States, where I live, and including gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and other petroleum products. The executive order stated the closure of the pipeline poses a severe threat to the state of Florida, and Governor DeSantis said that this requires immediate resources to be taken to protect the continued delivery of fuel products to the state. And I can tell you right now, getting gas here's a freaking nightmare right now. I luckily topped my tank off last night. And today, I pulled up at the gas station yesterday and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? People are going crazy. I'm thinking, does this place, I'm looking at the sign, I'm like, do they have gas on sale for like 39 cents a gallon or something? Because there was like 100 people there. And I didn't know anything about this. And then I came home and, hey, I flipped on Facebook and I saw Pete from the 904 Now. And he was live from a racetrack gas station talking about the pipeline hack.
My mom was saying that not since the 70s, like where they actually run out of gas trying to get to gas stations. And like right now, it's like 411 to 439 in California. It's not even a matter of not being able to afford it. It's if we can get the fuel.
Yeah.
And people who I've seen today even talking about it that work in the fuel industry are like, we're having to ration it out. There's just, it's a nightmare. It's going to get worse.
Yeah. Coronavirus, all that crap is kind of fading. Everybody's like, okay, we're sick of that shit now. So now they need something else to, put the fear in people. So,
or to keep, that's exactly it, to keep us home. It's another tactic to keep you home.
Yep.
Right.
Now, we're going to run out of gas. They're just, they're just fucking with us left and right. It's ridiculous. It's gas, I don't know.
But it's also freedom. It's also another. There's freedom attached to that.
Yeah. Who's responsible for the hack of the Colonial pipeline? I don't know. Have they said? I haven't heard. I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah, it's like a hurricane warning here.
It's all in circles when you try to hear the explanations. It's just a big circle to where you know what's up.
Yeah, let me circle back to you on that. Like, okay. Yeah, it smells like bullshit. Yep. False panic.
Next month it'll be wiped out and erased. What hack?
Yeah, what hack? It'll be electricity next.
It's already they're already messing with that.
Yeah, you get screwed on the electric out there. At least they don't do that rolling brownout thing here. I mean, you screw with people's electric here in Florida, man. They'll just go crazy. They'll be barbecuing people and stuff.
It was 115 degrees last year, and they're like, "Oh, it's so hot, it's fire danger. So we're gonna cut your power to where your animals can't even live outside or inside the house, or elderly people, because nobody can survive that heat."
Yeah.
And they decide to cut your power because they screwed up.
Yeah.
And have a lot to pay back.
Yep. They're talking about power here, not enough power, not enough water, but damn if they ain't building hundreds of houses and hundreds of more people, thousands of more people are moving to Florida. They're already saying not enough electric, not enough water, not enough infrastructure on the roads, but yet they keep building and building and building and building.
Yeah, we have our highways say reclaim water, using reclaimed water out here, and we got all these beautiful valleys and hills and everything. They're building a lot, yep. And already you see what our traffic is out here. Nuts. We can't sustain the people that they want to push in.
Yeah, we can't sustain the people. Oh, we're gonna make some money. Okay, we'll approve it. Turds, I tell you.
All right, so saying hi to Freedom. Hello, Freedom. So, I just closed out of the whole chat. Next on my agenda.
This would be frightening as hell to me.
And this is why I don't want to do that stuff. And when I do have to walk across stuff like that, I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
Wow, you know what I did?
What's that?
Got mixed up and I didn't send myself my screenshots of some of the articles.
Dope.
So a glass bridge, gale force winds, a moment of terror high in the air. I'm going to get pop-ups every 3 seconds. Gusts blew out parts of a glass bridge's flooring in northeast China, trapping a man and raising questions about the safety of similar hair-raising tourist attractions in the country. A man who ventured out on a glass-bottom bridge in China's northeast was left clinging to the side for dear life after gale force winds blew away some floor panels, leaving gaping holes in the structure hundreds of feet above the ground. The episode occurred on Saturday at Paiyan Mountain in China, citing the city government. It spurred a frantic attempt to rescue the man, whom the authorities did not identify. He inched his way to safety, helped or coaxed. News accounts varied by a rescue crew. A photo of what state media said was the moment of terror went viral. The harrowing episode left many people in China deeply rattled, spurring discussions about what could have been a nightmarish ending and raising questions about the safety of many of the country's glass bridges, walkways, and viewing decks. As it is, their construction is even, like their code and stuff is so different. Like they have big gaping holes in bridges where kids are constantly getting their heads stuck and falling through. I mean, they don't have safety concerns.
Obviously, didn't they glue these damn panels down, nail them down, something? The wind blew them out.
This is exactly why I dare not step on a bridge like that one tourist identified. I broke out in a cold sweat just looking at it. The construction of glass-bottom bridges has boomed in China in recent years as part of a rush for hair-raising attractions that capitalize on the notion of construction that blends almost invisibly into the natural environment. The attractions have been swarmed in recent weeks by visitors as coronavirus fears have eased. By some estimates, there are about 2,300 such bridges across the country. The longest, completed last year, stretches more than 1,700 feet across a gorge and rises over 650 feet in the air. One has a built-in swaying effect intended to take away the breaths of those who dare to walk on it. No, thank you. Another is designed so that it seems and sounds as if it's crackling. So how do you know if it's really about to fall apart?
Yeah.
The Pine Mountain Bridge overlooks a blend in the river. Up to 1,500 people have crossed at a time, and the bridge is advertised as offering an experience akin to hanging above a bottomless chasm.
Yeah, they ought to include shitting your pants when the floor
Yeah,
falls out.
according to state media reports, around 12:45 p.m. Saturday, winds of up to 90 miles per hour tore through the picturesque tourist site, blowing out parts of the glass deck and trapping the man. So I guess it took 35. They're repeating everything kind of again. 35 minutes. He crawled to safety.
Wow.
And then they gave him a psychiatric assessment at a hospital after.
Uh,
And then he was later released after his emotional and physical health stabilized.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad that he was okay. And then they go on to talk about, like in 2019, a person died and 6 others were injured after they flew off a glass slide in China's south. And previous year, glass bridge at that time, the world's longest, was shuttered because of overcrowding. I think they meant shattered after it had been open for less than 2 weeks. See, they're putting this stuff up so fast.
Yeah.
And these aren't things you want to play with.
Yeah. Let's make a glass bridge.
It's not like, oh, this is like a certain thing that's been here for a long time, and they come out and inspect it yearly.
And, the complete opposite end of the spectrum here. There's gale force winds where, in China, this is, the winds, it wasn't just like a calm, sunny day, and all of a sudden the winds went to 90 miles an hour. So my question is, why is this guy even walking out on this bridge if the wind's blowing 50 miles an hour, much less 90? You gotta, there's a dumbass factor there that's just like ding, 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 weighing in real heavy right now.
Yeah, way too trusting.
Yeah, it's lack of common sense. Don't
walk.
You'll
be okay. We'll take your money. You're fine. Just go. Yeah. You're fine.
It'll be all good.
It'll be okay.
We got video running. Yeah.
That's horrible. Coaxing. They're like confused whether like he was coaxed or he crawled. Like I can't even imagine the scene. Like
no. There's
scared to death to probably move. Like I wouldn't want to let go for dear life.
Yeah, he looks like dear life is what he's thinking of holding on to there. No, I'm not moving.
And see, and I would be right there too. Like screw you.
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
Yeah, glass bridge. Add that to the multiple list of stupid ideas.
Add it to the list of stuff that I'll never do that I never wanted to do anyway.
Yeah. So we got this one. Multiple UFOs maneuvering over Salt Lake City, May 6th. And this was in the daytime. This is kind of weird. I don't know if they're real or not. Some people are like, those are birds. But I don't know. They don't move like birds.
The seagulls?
Yeah.
Like how seagulls look like that?
Yeah, these bright UFOs. I got a little video of it too. These bright UFOs were filmed in the sky above Salt Lake City, the capital most populous city of the U.S. state of Utah, on the 6th of May, 2021. Witness report. About 10 orbs making shapes and gliding by each other. I was driving back to work from my lunch break when I saw what looked like shiny balloons in the sky. I don't think this Utah guy has this accent that I'm using, but I'm just going with it anyways. They were behaving a little odd for me. The balloons, I thought, they looked different, harder. Maybe they could be birds. But they were disappearing and reappearing and dancing and making shapes. They seemed to be like orbs, not birds. There's about 10 of them or a dozen moving oddly in the sky. So I pulled over and took a video.
Wait, was that daytime though?
Yeah, it's in the
Isn't
day.
the seagulls usually like nighttime? Like when you see that the seagull videos?
Usually like, around sunset or something. This was like full on middle of the day. Let me see if I can get the video to play here. It is pretty weird looking. Like at first I was like, it might be birds. But yeah, watch the way these things move. I don't know. Pretty strange. Especially when they start like weaving in and out of each other. It's like, where are they? What's going on? Oh, here they are. It's like they get brighter and duller, and it's like looks like a flock of birds.
Flock of seagulls.
Flock of seagulls. But then they start doing this weird pattern thing that's, I don't know.
Oh, that was like in unison.
Yeah, and look at this.
Almost like a gnats, Oh, damn.
I don't know,
That is pretty weird.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of birds, and I don't know. I don't think those are birds.
Yeah. Like how they all went out and then came back at once like that. Like, what?
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, it could be a little hazy. I mean, it looks pretty clear. There's not like super thick clouds or anything. But I don't know. Pretty weird. Definitely weren't balloons.
No.
Some kind of dadgum space. Little green spacemen flying around. Hey, Pentagon says UFOs are real. And they say, shit, we shouldn't release those videos. You can't tell the truth.
So, some people get really upset when they find out they've been cheated on and do things to get back at their cheating partner.
Yeah.
This woman held a fake funeral for her ex-boyfriend so his mistress would think he was dead. And she put this on TikTok. I don't know. Were you able to get that TikTok video to work or no?
I was.
Oh. So it's basically her explaining what she did. But a woman who claims to have discovered that her boyfriend had cheated on her has revealed how she got her own back, and it's pure evil. The TikTok user Thea Leverage said after she and her partner gave birth to their son, she discovered that he had been cheating on her the whole time, that she was pregnant with his ex, who she claims caused drama in their relationship. Shortly after she found out, he ended up going to jail. During this time, Thea said she was messaging him trying to figure out where he was, all confused why he wasn't talking to her. But instead of telling her the truth about what really happened, I messaged her and told her that he was dead, and she didn't stop there. After getting his sister to go along with her plan, too, she held a fake funeral for him, even sent out photos of the service. It'd been 3 years, and she still thinks he's dead, she revealed. She posts little tributes every year on her Facebook page to the love of her life. I don't mean to laugh. And how she's so sorry that she couldn't be there when he died to save him. Oh, God, I don't know what she told her. Since this posting, the video has racked up more than 1.1 million likes and almost 16,000 comments from viewers who are just in hysterics over the lengths that she went to. So this girl actually has a whole bunch of different videos. Like, she didn't just have a fake funeral service, but she continued this charade till, I guess, now the girl would probably know that it was all, BS. But this is her explaining it.
And after I had our son, I found out that he was cheating on me the whole time I was pregnant with his ex-girlfriend, who caused all this drama in our relationship. And he ended up going to jail shortly after. And she was messaging him, trying to figure out where he was, like all confused why he wasn't talking to her. So I messaged her and told her that he was dead. And I got his sister to go along with it too. And we had a fake funeral and everything, and sent her photos of the funeral. And it's been 3 years and she still thinks he's dead. And she posts little tributes every year on her Facebook page to the love of her life, and how she's so sorry that she couldn't be there when he died.
So, do you think it's funny or pure evil?
It's pretty damn evil, but yeah, I'm laughing. So that's what it says.
I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, that's pretty. I don't know.
I'm sure he doesn't know, and it's like, I guess you don't want to put that into the universe, anyways.
Yeah.
But it's just screwed up that the girl every year put a tribute to this guy. He's in jail.
He's gonna see it one day and go, "What the?"
I wonder what he thought about it.
Exec said she went the extra mile when she said, "You're dead to me." Yeah, I don't know. That's one way to do it. And then we got this. This is pretty disgusting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not that disgusting.
Well, if you say it's disgusting, it's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just roaches. Gangsters launch a cockroach. I can't even say it. Gangsters launch a cockroach attack on an eatery.
What? They were planted?
Yeah. Damn gangs, you know what they'll do. This was in Taiwan. An unusual yet effective form of intimidation was witnessed at a restaurant in Taiwan earlier this week. When you think of gangster showdowns, you tend to imagine men with Tommy guns bursting in. Yet a Taiwanese eatery, G House in Taipei, it wasn't bullets the owner needed to worry about, but cockroaches. According to reports, a money dispute with an organized crime ring had prompted two men to break into the building on Monday evening around 7:30 p.m. Once inside, they deposited around 1,000 cockroaches all over the floor and then made a quick exit.
They had to break in to release cockroaches? I mean, the little shits will find their own way.
Local police have described the incident as an act of violence and are now investigating. It's believed that 5 people were involved, including 2 lookouts and a getaway driver. The restaurant owner had since called an exterminator to dispose of the cockroaches. Whether or not those responsible for the attack will be apprehended, however, remains to be seen. Imagine coming into your restaurant and not seeing, you know, 1 or 2 cockroaches like usual, but 1,000 crawling everywhere.
And normally gangsters are like calling someone a cockroach. They're not like releasing them.
I know. Exactly.
I mean, was the guy a cockroach? And he's like, okay,
Cockroaches.
cockroaches. I'm going to, you know, you're a cockroach, so now you have to live with cockroach. Like, what kind of? There's got to be a meaning behind that.
Yeah.
I think out here there's actually some sort of law against doing things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't they usually scatter when the light comes on?
Usually. I don't know. That's a pretty good picture of a cockroach, though. It's nice and clear.
Surprised they don't fry them up.
Yeah, I mean, it is Taiwan. They're probably like, oh, yeah, special today.
Yeah, like on the markets on the side, don't they have like all the different like grasshoppers and crickets and cockroaches that you can eat?
Yeah.
And so, if you guys are familiar with the internet, I'm sure you are familiar with the OF page, or at least people who have an OnlyFans page. If you don't,
Yeah, check that one out.
yeah, you check it out. You can find a lot of your most favorite people doing crazy stuff for a subscription every month.
Making money.
So a lot of and you know, they call themselves accountants now, but a lot of these accountants will do pretty much anything on OnlyFans. They do, I guess, have some limitations, but it's basically you whatever their subscription is a month, you pay, and they put up pictures or have live video chats and do stuff. Stuff. This woman, a pregnant mom, plans to go to live stream herself giving birth on OnlyFans. And I don't know how much money this is in America. I think that's like English money right here, 10,000, whatever the little backwards L thing is in front of it. Carla Bellucci has been cashing in on her pregnancy on the adult content subscription service OnlyFans, selling photos of her baby bump, and now she claims she'll live stream her birth. A mom who hit headlines in 2019 after claiming she'd faked depression to get a I guess that's pounds, probably 7,000 pound nose job, because they're saying mom, has caused a stir once again after admitting she plans to live stream her birth. Now, how many of you guys would actually pay a video to watch this chick pop out a baby? Carla, who is currently expecting her 4th child, claims to have made 40,000, I'm assuming pounds, by sharing sexy pictures on her OnlyFans account. The 39-year-old has continued bringing home the bacon on the content subscription service after learning her family would be growing, uploading photos of her baby bump for those with a pregnancy fetish. Ah,
there you go.
Forgot. Yes, it's also for fetishes. I lost my notes again.
Zach, there's a fetish for everything out there.
And I forgot there is a fetish. You know, I know that there's some guys who are really like the pregnant women. So I guess people would pay for this. God, okay.
I would just wonder how up close and personal this birth is gonna
I'll tell you, it's probably gonna be full on, like just like in your face. And you're paying 10,000 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say you could look that up on YouTube for free, but I guess it's not the same as seeing somebody that you're like way into, I guess, actually birthing out a child. Okay, so okay. She's recently told Daily Star she's even willing to live stream herself giving birth for those willing to pay good money. She said, I've been offered £10,000 from one of my OnlyFans to live stream my birth. And you know what? Why not? Oh, so it was a request. I'm going to give fans a chance to live stream my birth for £10,000. I mean, people give birth on that program, one born every minute, and I can't see the difference. I'm sure they don't get paid. And that's true. There's a lot of things people do and don't get paid for, but I know people are going to go crazy, but I'm a businesswoman and I need to make money, she explained. I am my business. I am nervous about live streaming my birth, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of money to refuse. She added, and this is live, I think. I mean, I don't know if she's going to put she said live stream.
Yeah.
So anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
She added that since announcing her pregnancy, her OnlyFans income has gone up a lot, and she's even been inundated with requests to buy her breast milk, though she found those messages to be totally random and shocking. No, I actually seen a girl who sat in the bathtub with little vials in a bubble bath, sitting there filling up the vials of her bath water, and people were auctioning her bath water vials right then and there.
Yep. You can find it all on OnlyFans.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone. A smorgasbord of fetishes. You name it, they probably have it. You know what some people are like, really? No way. Oh my gosh. And other people are like, hell yeah, I've been looking for that. How much is it?
It's like the one man's trash is another man's treasure, right?
Yeah.
One man's blood is another man's.
Yep. OnlyFans is the porn version of Patreon. Exactly. Yeah, we could start a Patreon. You know, we actually have one, but we haven't got it rolling yet. But we could probably do OnlyFans and probably make more money.
Probably.
Tonight's show sponsored by OnlyFans.
Or put special content only on the OnlyFans account.
Yeah. Yep. You don't want to buy some
Get really weird on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Get really weird Wednesday.
Freaky Wednesday. Freaky Fetish Wednesday.
Freaky Fetish Friday. You have Weird Wednesday and then a Freaky Fetish Friday.
There you go.
Only I don't want to answer no freaky fetish requests.
Yeah. Because, you know, you get a few and then be like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then you get some that would just be like, oh, hell no. What?
But for all my oh, hell no, there's some that'll say, oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
That's why the internet is just.
Yeah. You know, I used to say I'd seen it all. And then, yeah. And then I find something that I've come across that's just like, wow, I need to go wash my eyes out with some bleach.
Yep.
Every time I think I've seen it all. Oh, no, you haven't seen it all.
You get one up.
Yep. So this is an eerie note discovered in a charity shop jacket. Bury me in this red suit. So, you know, I go to the thrift shops and stuff, and, you know, every now and again, I'll buy some clothes or something here and there. You find some pretty cool stuff in there. Well, this person, let me get to the article here. A woman was about to buy a red coat from a charity shop, and she found a rather unnerving note inside its pocket. You can often find a few good bargains when shopping at a secondhand store or charity shop, but sometimes it's also possible to find a chilling reminder that the items you are buying were once owned by someone else. The point was brought into sharp focus recently when a woman in the U.S. discovered a handwritten note inside one of the pockets of an old red coat that she was trying on in a thrift store. The scrap of paper simply read, "Bury me in this red suit." Whoever had owned the coat, it seems, had not gotten their wish. Photographs of the discovery, which were later posted on Facebook, generated hundreds of shares, with some users commenting on how sad it was that the former owner hadn't got what they wanted. Others,
Well,
meanwhile,
did he tell anyone that he had the note in there? Or did he expect someone to go through every pocket of his clothes?
I know, exactly. Some people made light of the situation. Beware, the dead owner might haunt you for a jacket. I sure as hell would, one wrote. I'm going to start putting notes like this in pockets of all my clothes I donate, wrote another writer.
Like the Morgan bananas.
Yeah. Of course, it's also possible that the owner of the jacket changed their mind about being buried in it and just decided to donate it to the charity shop without realizing they had left a note in the pocket. Whichever the case, we'll probably never know for sure. But yeah, it would be weird, you know. Hey, got this cool jacket for $2 the other day, and you stick your hand in the pocket and you find a note that says, "Bury me in this red suit." Would you still wear it? Would you?
Yeah,
Would you?
I probably would.
Yeah, probably.
I'd probably take it home. Actually, to be honest, you know what I would do. I'd go home and do a ghost box session with it.
Yep.
I would be like, yo, I got your suit. I'm sorry. But you want to strike up a combo?
Exactly. Yeah, maybe she decided. I don't know, you know, like I've gone through some of my mom's stuff and I've found notes that she's written and stuck in there. I guess
Or
before
maybe they put him in for the viewing and then took the suit off after.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it. Like as Ariana says, she's heard Goodwill workers find jewelry, money sewn inside coats and other items. Yeah. There's a guy, you know, my story from the guy at the Goodwill. He told me he's like, yeah, you know, I find money in pockets and stuff all the time. All kinds of weird stuff. So yeah, Zach said it before I did. Auction it off on his OnlyFans account. Yeah.
I thought that was a woman's handwriting too. I thought the same thing, that looked more like a woman's writing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff in thrift stores. There's some weird stuff, you know. Like I was saying the other day, last week, whenever it was, you know, when I'm making all my coin rings and flatware jewelry and stuff, you know, these forks and stuff from 1930 and 1896 and all. It's like, how many mouths has this fork been in? Where has this fork been? Where has this quarter been? Where's this $50 been? It's been around the world. How many pockets has it been in? How many dead
cowboy
people's
boots
pockets?
has this been down?
Yeah. Got a snake in your boot? Yep. I think about that every single piece that I make. I think about that. It's like, wow, what kind of energy does this have in it?
Well, my last one, I didn't have time to read, but kind of read it. What is the military doing about UFOs? The Pentagon's internal watchdog wants to know. The U.S. Defense Department's Internal Watchdog Office is launching an evaluation this month, and this was written a day ago, to see what the U.S. military has been doing when it comes to UFOs, or in modern day Pentagon parlance, UAPs, short for unidentified aerial phenomena. The Defense Department's Office of the Inspector General announced in a May 3rd letter that the eval will seek to determine the extent to which the DoD has taken actions regarding the UAPs. This effort will fold in the offices of the Defense Secretary, the Military Services, combat commands, and other players. No timeline is given in the letter regarding when the probe will wrap up, but it comes as the clock ticks down on a report that is due to Congress from U.S. intelligence agencies regarding what they know about UFOs. The $2.3 trillion coronavirus relief and government funding bill that President Donald Trump signed in December gave the intel agencies 180 days to provide an unclassified report on UFOs to Congress's Intelligence and Armed Services Committees. Citing the State Intel Committee's directive that the report must contain detailed analysis of intelligence and data regarding UFOs compiled by the Office of Naval Intelligence, the FBI, and the Pentagon's UAP task force. The report is also required to include information on how to centralize information on UFO encounters and analysis while determining whether such phenomena are a national security threat. The Pentagon stood up the UAP task force last summer to monitor ongoing encounters with mysterious objects in the sky and determine whether they pose a danger. I'm going to trust what the hell they have to say. Along the subject of crackpot conspiracies, the possibility of UFOs visiting Earth took on a potential sheen of legitimacy in 2017 when the New York Times broke a story that featured Navy pilot encounters with UFOs that were caught on camera. And then last month, the Navy confirmed it was authentic. Last spring, the Navy released several photos showing pilots' strange encounters with mysterious flying objects. The announcement of the IG eval is just one more sign the Pentagon is taking such encounters seriously. Is it that they're taking it seriously?
Well, they say they're real, but then they say maybe they're not real. But I don't know. If they come out looking like this guy, that would be interesting.
He doesn't look too happy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm stuck here on the earth with you dumbasses. Well, I'm out of stories, but I am going to go back to Zariana's thing. That's a weird Wednesday story. She had a neighbor that was a collector of used condoms.
Oh,
Used.
she was a meth dealer. No, go figure.
Used. I could see somebody collecting condoms, you know, hey, I got these red ones and these ones with the bumps and these ones with the flag and these ones here. But used ones? Used? Were they used with her or were they used with somebody else?
It's kind of like the old
like
bedpost, you know, halo on the bedpost.
She like go around digging used rubbers out of the garbage or what? Wow.
Some people literally would save them and hang them from their bedposts.
Like the
That's where the song "A Halo on the Bedpost" came. That's what they mean.
Wow.
I can't think of the band, not Third Eye Blind, but
yeah. Yeah.
That guy.
Appropriate noise sound effect there. Yeah. I've never had an inkling to save a used condom.
No.
No? Am I weird? I don't know. Yeah. That's pretty damn peculiar.
Did you preserve? Because, you know, they get kind of like dried up and weird, you know, when you see them in the park and stuff on the grass.
Yeah, when you see them.
After a while, they look like they're all dried up and crusty.
Yeah. Wow. You got some strange neighbors in this area.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great area.
Yeah.
Oh, DNA for future reference.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe you should. Oh.
Could be.
Maybe.
I got a list of people that's bought meth from me, and I got their DNA to prove it.
Like them, yeah.
Exactly. That's not chewing gum. Yeah, you got that, Sherry, huh?
Okay, so
So that's all the weird news for now. There's lots more, especially just in my own hometown. But they have
Yeah, I
found
have some
more
other
dead
ones.
people. You know, more dead people are popping up left and right. Finding them in cars and in parks and stuff.
Wait, you have been?
Well, I haven't personally, but yeah,
I
they've
mean,
been.
like out there, there's been more.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not a rash of them like they were, several months back, but yeah, they found, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 in the last few weeks.
Huh. Like homeless people that pass away, or like homeless?
No, not really. They found a couple people in cars,
Oh,
and who knows?
like
I don't know.
shot?
Nah, they didn't really say.
See, you guys never report on what the hell
I
is going
know.
on.
I know. It's like it's always shrouded in mystery. Found a dead girl behind the
Face
park.
down in the frickin' shallows bush.
Yeah. How did they get there? That's the question. Well, speaking of dead people,
I was gonna use that, and I'm not gonna use that as the segue.
I know that's pretty terrible. I said it, and then I was like, "Oh man, I'm an asshole."
But yeah.
Speaking of not knowing, we got another cold case to do, and I'm gonna try to get a ghost box to work. I don't know which one it's gonna be yet, but we'll be working on it here. And you got a little video to set this one up.
Yeah. I was just looking for current cold cases and came across this one. So I don't know anything except what I just read today and some of the family's Facebook page.
Yeah, I mean, it would, no joking aside, it would suck to have, one of your family members just, disappear, be murdered. You don't know how, when, why, what, where, anything. But it happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I think it comes down to some people possibly lured her over there, and the people that were in this botched robbery, I kind of have a gut feeling were probably actually involved in it and knew what was happening. But the family doesn't know why. They don't know why. And who, the guy that they did, it looks like they had a gun that they traced back to one suspect, and he's out right now. They probably didn't have enough to connect them, and nobody's talking. So the family's just, wants to know why.
Yeah. I mean, when we do these, there's a part of me that's kind of a little weirded out, like if you're going to offend the family somehow or something. But hey, if it was me and anybody was doing anything to try to get an answer, I would be appreciative of it. So, I mean, when we do these, we do them, with respect to the person that has been murdered, killed, died, whatever. So hopefully we get an answer or two, you never know. Spirits sometimes can have a lot to say. We're going to keep doing these damn cold cases, and one of the murderers is going to come after us one of these days.
I've had it happen. Actually, somebody I've been working with, who had a whole missing persons foundation and everything. The main suspect, he was a neighbor of the guy. He actually has seen my videos, and I've called him out on it. Like, I know everybody out there knows he did it.
Yeah.
And my buddy who does the missing people said that he was actually listening to something happen, and the guy had heard a part of it and turned like white as a ghost. That something in my session freaked him out like really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then I get family members that, that hear these, that say, wow, they had said blah, 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 and this actually meant something. And, people thanking and giving me information.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that we did a couple weeks ago with Kurt Cobain, that was kind of interesting for sure.
I just got to find time to go back and actually edit them.
Yeah.
And listen back. It's just not enough time.
Well, here's the video. Can you put together to set this one up? 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Why is there no sound? Well, let me try a different version of that. Do you still hear me? Are you muted? Because I don't hear you.
I was muted.
Okay.
But I do hear you.
All right.
I can reread the article.
I think I can get it to play here.
Hey, Jamie D. With the Weird Wednesday show. That sounds like a not right one.
Nope, it's not.
Let me read it.
God, you think you got everything figured out, and well. Yeah, you might have to.
So, I could send you pictures of her real quick. You want me to?
Sure.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know why the sound's not working on this damn video.
It's okay. Because we're having sound problems anyway with the other thing. So these pictures I'm sending are pictures of her and then pictures of the one suspect that is out.
Let me try one other thing to see if I can get it to play this way. Okay, that's not going to work either.
So 18-year-old Honey Malone's murder is a mystery 5 years later. This article was written October 29, 2017. And then 2020 was the update. So I'm going to read this, what happened to her, and then a piece of the update about the suspect, because I had gone and read after reading this, went to the family's Facebook page, saw that they did have a suspect, and that he went out, and figured that was the connection to the gun, probably how they found him. And so I read the update on that. But for the family of Vanessa Honey Malone, the night of October 23rd, 2012 was playing out like any other night. Honey's mom, Flora Malone, picked up her 18-year-old daughter from work. Honey was living with her mom in Stone Mountain, Georgia at the time, and they headed home to end their day. That is until Honey told her mom she was going out. So as teenagers do, Honey went out with her friends. She had done it countless nights before. But this time, Honey didn't come home. The night began innocently enough. Honey was very tired when they came home from work, and her mom said it was odd that all of a sudden she wanted to go out. To this day, nobody knows who she was going to meet or why. Honey's mother and sister believe that whoever texted her or called her lured her to an apartment in a neighboring complex. Police do not know why she went to that apartment or how she got there. Shortly after Honey left home, Flora said she heard what she initially thought were fireworks in that neighboring apartment complex. My mom is like this, her sister Cassandra explained. Honey Malone's murder a mystery
Now
by
on
there it
to the-
goes. For the family of
Oh,
Vanessa Honey
geez.
Malone, just the night of October 23rd, 2012 was playing out like any other night. Honey's mom, Flora Malone, picked up her 18-year-old daughter from work. Honey was living with her mom in Stone Mountain, Georgia at the time, and they headed home to end their day. That is until Honey told her mom that she was going out. So as teenagers do, Honey went out with her friends. She had done it countless nights before. But this time, Honey didn't come home. The night began innocently enough. Honey was very tired when they came home from work, and her mom said it was odd that all of a sudden she wanted to go out. To this day, no one knows who she was going to meet or why. Honey's mother and sister believe that whoever texted or called her lured her to an apartment in a neighboring complex. Police do not know why she went to that apartment or how she got there. Shortly after Honey left home, Flora said she heard what she initially thought were fireworks in that neighboring complex. Honey's sister Cassandra says, "My mom is like this. When she hears something like that, she always calls us to check and make sure that we're okay." Flora called Honey, but there was no answer. At first, she didn't think anything of it. This had happened before where Honey's cell phone was turned off. But when she started to see emergency vehicles, she called again, and Honey didn't pick up. This time, Mom was freaking out, Cassandra told Dateline. This is when Flora heard banging on her front door. She opened it to two men. D. Kevin, a former boyfriend of Honey, and his friend Chris. They told me something had happened to Honey, said Flora. Cassandra said it was around 11:30 p.m. when I got a phone call from my mom, and she was crying hysterically. And that's when she was told that Honey had been shot. Upon hearing the news, Cassandra raced over to the crime scene, the Hampton Apartments, which were just behind where Honey and Flora lived. When I got there, the police wouldn't tell us any information. My mom had been there telling police all the identifying information she could think of, like her tattoo on her right hand, but the police still would not identify who had been killed. It wasn't until 2:15 that morning that police officially identified the victim to them as Vanessa Honey Malone. Detectives from the DeKalb County Police were assigned to investigate and conducted interviews with friends and family. Throughout the course of the investigation, Honey's two friends who were renting the apartment where Honey was killed told police they had been victims of a home invasion. According to police, the couple alleged that there were anywhere from 3 to 6 men dressed all in black wielding guns, kicked down the door to their apartment, proceeded to tie them up and force them into the bathroom. While the men were ransacking the house, police believe Honey stumbled upon the armed robbery. She turned to run away and she was shot for the first time. The pair tied up in the bathroom told police they heard screaming and then the sound of a gunshot. The county public information officer, Shira Campbell, told Dateline that Honey was shot once in the back and then brought to a back bedroom and put into a closet where she was shot for a second time in the chest. Honey's friends told police that they then heard the masked intruders leave. They said they waited a few minutes and then managed to untie each other and get free. Although it's widely believed to have been a robbery gone wrong, Cassandra says their family doesn't think so. "I don't believe it was a robbery," she told Dateline. "The only thing that was stolen was Honey's life and her cell phone." Cassandra and her mother believe she was lured to that apartment. I assume someone called her over there. She had told my mom she was tired when she was picked up from work. Why would you then leave the house if you were that tired? 5 years later, they're still hoping that someone will come forward and bring clarity to this crime that they say doesn't make any sense. Flora claims that Honey could be a little naive about people, but she was friends with everyone, even though it wasn't that big of a town. Even from the time she was little, all she wanted to do was talk to people. Flora says she was a real sweetheart. She just didn't think anything bad could happen to one of her girls. Honey had a smart mouth and could have said something too, said Cassandra, speculating on what could have happened that night. Like if someone said, I'll shoot you, she'd say, do it then. The county police confirm it's still an open case and last year received information regarding a gun that may have been involved in the crime. The gun has been sent to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation for testing, but the results had not been returned. And this article was written October 29, 2017. And I did see an update in 2020 that I will read after. Public Information Officer Campbell says there are still questions as to what role the couple tied up in the apartment may have played in the killing, but there have not been any arrests in the case. So the family wants justice for Honey. They started a Facebook group, RIP Honey, to push for tips to keep her case alive. Anyone with information regarding her case is urged to contact Crime Stoppers Atlanta at 404-577-8577. And I did check the Facebook page, and I saw recently where her mother had posted about there had been an arrest, but he's out free right now. I'm not exactly sure. I couldn't find anything on that right now as to why he was released or what brought them to this suspect. I did find an article that was written April 6, 2020, where they talk about the one arrest so far in the 2012 shooting death. But they believe there's more suspects. We do believe multiple people are responsible for this crime and the investigation is ongoing, said Sergeant Schuler. Schuler led the detective in the case, or he was the lead detective in the case, and they had spent hundreds of hours investigating the case. Evidence examined by the GBI crime lab helped lead investigators to an arrest, he said. So I'm wondering if that's the gun. Maybe the gun came back to this suspect. And the suspect is Donald Ash, 34. He was arrested at 4:30 p.m. Friday at his mother's Stone Mountain home. So I'm assuming this is in 2020. He was being held Monday at the jail. He was charged with malice murder and making false statements. So we're going to leave it at that and see what the boxes have to say.
Cool.
Hopefully there's some information that might be able to help bring some justice to Honey and her family. If anybody does know anything about this, they are urged to speak up, call that hotline anonymously, and leave any information that you have. Did you get the ghost box to work while you're doing that?
I'm working on it.
Which one was that you were working on?
That was the talisman.
Okay. All right, so I have Spiritus. When I started it to check it earlier, I was getting some responses. They did say a name Chris, which I think was one of the names that they mentioned had run to the house. And I did hear them say her name, Honey, but I was not recording. And this is probably going to stop every 30 seconds because Apple's ID. Questions. I've got Spiritus, and Rob is going to use whatever he's able to get to work.
Yeah.
I'm still loading up. I had it all loaded and ready.
Welcome to Spiritus.
Is that too loud? What's that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Now what my questions are. I sent them to you, so you've got to have them.
Back to you.
I'm looking for the questions. Oh, here they are. Can you tell us who killed Honey?
Once.
I heard the boy. Who knows what really happened that night? Do you know who called or texted her to go out? Were the two friends that went to her apartment involved? Was the couple in the bathroom involved? Why was only Honey killed? She was scared. If they were wearing masks and everybody saw their faces, why would she be killed and not the other people? If it was a robbery, why wasn't anything else stolen? They took her life and a cell phone. How many people are involved? 5. Why won't the couple talk? How come they're staying so quiet? What reason was Honey killed? Do you know why?
Heard sex twice and snuff.
What's that?
I've heard sex twice and snuff.
How did Honey get to the apartment? Did she walk over there? Did somebody pick her up? Did Honey know her killers or killer? Who lured her out? Do you know who texted her or called her to go out? Do you know if her murder was a setup? Was her murder a robbery gone wrong? Do you know why she was murdered? Is there anything important investigators have overlooked? What? If they overlook something, what they overlook? Do you know what the suspects' names are? Do you know the names of the people that were there? If the guides can help, does Honey have anything she would like people to know? Any messages for anybody? Okay, thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Rob in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Sounded like there might have been some answers in that.
I know, there was like an undertone or an under voice I was hearing.
Yeah.
I want to hear that to back. Probably woke everybody up in the house. I didn't even get to watch what chat. I got to get that fixed so I can hear at the same time.
All right, I'm going to ask the same questions Jamie asked. And try to keep up with chat at the same time. It's not easy. Okay, let me get my windows straight.
My take. We can feel.
Yo. You shit.
All right, spirits, can you tell us who killed Honey?
I'm not gonna.
We're not gonna.
Funny.
Mouth. A little bit.
Who knows what really happened that night?
Really interesting.
Seriously?
So, more time for me. Who pentacle now?
Who called or texted Honey to go out that night?
So we don't get checking. To call. You awaken.
Were the two friends that went to her apartment involved in it?
What?
Was the couple in the bathroom involved?
Just
Circle.
Muni.
Sure.
It's just me. Help.
Why was it that only Honey was killed?
Six.
Yes.
If it was just a robbery, why wasn't anything else stolen?
Better. Gosh, these. Oh,
Can you give us a number? How many people were involved?
Cedric, this.
Will you ask that, Rod, about if there was something on the phone that they wanted?
Was there something on Honey's phone that the killer wanted?
No. On him.
What was on her phone that was so important?
Motivation for them. And went wild.
What was on it?
And this.
And we don't get half to see. Hard, extremely hard.
Why won't the couple talk?
So short.
Yes.
What was the reason Honey was killed? How did Honey get to the apartment?
No.
Motivation for them.
Dismiss.
One.
Motivation for
So I keep hearing Louis too.
Louis.
Did Honey know the killer or killers? Did she know them personally? Did she know the people or person that killed her?
Not. But
Spin.
Who was the one who lured her out? Was her murder a setup?
Yeah. Not.
Was her murder a robbery gone wrong?
Yes.
right. Right. Tell you, meet.
Well, probably.
Is there any missing evidence that you can tell us about?
Yeah. Breathe.
Was the 5 asking how many suspects there were or how many people? Because I thought I heard 5 when I asked that too.
Yeah. How many people were involved? Can you give us a number?
Crap.
How many?
Was. Meet. Hello.
Gosh.
One day,
Each and as
Is there anything important that investigators have overlooked?
Yeah.
What are the suspects' names?
Pat.
to do what I'm going try that they would. Yes,
they will.
If the spirit guides can help, does Honey have anything she would like people to know right now? Does she have a message?
more
Here. Except
Black.
Does Honey have a message for us?
A little bit.
See,
A little
benar.
bit. A little bit. Ordinary. Oops.
All right, that's it for questions. You have any other messages or anything you want to say? Try and get them out right now.
To the wind. It happens.
see,
All right, we're going to turn the spirit box off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for speaking with us, spirits. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check that one.
Mhm. Lori, when you put the number 5, was that to Rob's question about how many suspects there was?
Yeah, I thought I heard 5 when you were doing it too.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to get Talesman to go?
No, this is a different one. Maybe they might want to say something on this one. Is there any messages that anybody would like to get through with this ghost box? Will that? Yeah, that crazy feedback was my fault. Is there anybody left here from the session that we just did with Honey? Is there any messages for anyone in the chat room tonight?
See something I asked?
Oh, it's weird. That voice sounded like Robin Williams to me. Like it said something about the moon. All right. Well, we only get a few minutes left, so we're going to turn this one off. You guys seem to be being kind of quiet now. Anybody else in the chat room have a question? Who's not forgotten?
Oh yeah, he's my boy.
All right. Any other messages?
Be thou not afraid, one that's made rich when the glory of this house.
That was rather strange.
Huh.
This is Ash, which
Always has to get weird at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna wind it down with some extra weirdness.
Do you guys know what happened to her phone?
Milestone in efforts to generate four.
Hell, was flying a spaceship?
I've not left another word untold.
Never enter these gates again. And
Who's talking to us right now?
Cool thing, she asked me.
You cold?
I'd break the country where
Who is this?
This is the Elysian from Extreme Senses.
I bet.
And it's giving me chicken skin.
I am a Roman and a gentleman.
A Roman what?
And a gentleman or something. Can you tell us what your name is?
still who act like me. I can't.
It was like someone was trying to come through for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, it got interesting there for a minute.
The little.
Yeah. Fly back to school, Clarissa.
Some fava beans.
Be no judgment.
All right, spirits, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for chatting with us. You got interesting there at the end. But we're going to turn it off in 5, 4, 3,
What is that?
2, 1. Good night. We'll be back to talk with you again. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, when that one starts to cook.
Yeah. Yeah, it took a few minutes to get warmed up there, but man.
I'm telling you, like 13 minutes, it always seems like it takes 13 minutes for everything to heat up sometimes.
Yeah. Wow.
Predator there.
Yeah, exactly.
You say something, it'll rattle.
Yeah. You want ugly. Yeah. Well, cool. There you go. There you have it. Another Weird Wednesday down the tubes. Catch us on Sunday night, Paranormal Soup with Jason Bland. I knew the guy's name until I just went to say it. And now I can't remember it. Damn it. Anyways. Yeah, that voice did sound like Robin Williams. This was kind of weird. I thought that right before you typed that in chat. I was like, man, that kind of sounds like Robin Williams. And then I saw the name and I was like, wow. But all right, cool. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you Sunday night. And again, next week for Weird Wednesday. And who knows what we'll have in store, what rabbit hole we'll go down then. We're going to try to think of something cool. But until then, catch y'all later. Have a great rest of the week. And good night.